I should do everything in position first. Anyway. Hello. Let's finish this one off. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway. I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man... She definitely didn't. Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person. Yes, pals? Oh, I see. I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh. Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless. Mine's already naturally short, so... And then, that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes. Ruffly? Oh, she means Francesca. She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win. That's terrible. But she's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually. He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. E.G. Worth? That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Huh? He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it. Oh, that's too bad. By the way... Yes? What is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? Why are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. I didn't see anything. She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder... There was pearls, and what was she doing? On top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realised that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls? Where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? What I was doing? I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone, I promise. I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. Can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? I don't actually think I got anything to do with shit, but whatever. Hello? You have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay? What if I can't just tell you what happened? Well, guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes. Now, when the murder was taking place, you were... I don't have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try. It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today. I guess it's already over. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? Looks like she's talking to a picture. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the... Who's there? Oh, it isn't Mr. Wright. Just curious, but that picture you were just looking at... Oh, today was that event, was it not, good sir? I heard you did well. Huh? Oh yes, thank you. I'm terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement, as I had to watch over the trainees today. Trainees training today. Blech. I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. All because the master can't be here with us, you understand? And that is why a lonely branch family member such as myself must do this. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in the room the whole time Lotta and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterwards. You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? I would like to say more did, however, that is all that occurred. I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes. Could you possibly be more patronising? So, do the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course. However... And I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training. Mr. Wright. Yes. She's real scary real fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir. So, the master is, Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She's a brilliant medium. Where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure? About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit. And after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Curain village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid. I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. This is the key to this room. That's right. But why do you have it, good sir? I'm not telling. Return it at once. I can't. It's evidence after all. I think she knows exactly how important this key is to this murder. What is this feeling I'm getting from her? It feels... can't describe it. Looks like there's no one here. And even though the weather is gorgeous today, it's raining inside my heart. It's a really old urn. There are the ashes of a person long dead inside. It's like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. Fine, still won't let me do that. Okie doke. Bedding is all laid out today too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. What do I do? This case has had me out of the office most of the time. I can come back tomorrow. Helping Maya should be my top priority now. Maya must still be in questioning. She'll probably be done in a little bit, so I'll come back later. Guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. Mirror-like objects, cloudy thing. Empty space. Never. Whatever. About this key, pals. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, pals, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator. The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you going to tell my mother? Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes. If she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Yeah, gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator. Sounds like a good place to search next. Hey, that's someone by the incinerator. Oh, looks like they've noticed me. Now they're running at top speed towards me. Oh, hey. You're that dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Oh, real suave. So it's my turn. It's nice to see you too. So, what's up? You're all out of breath. You mean... I'm just totally happy and totally excited to be here. Excited? I mean, there are so many things to, see. It's the real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, that urn over there. Do you, know about it? All I see is an old cracked piece of pottery. Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? Yeah. It's this village's treasure. Didn't know that. And, it's sealed inside that urn. It's... What are you talking about? You know... Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Who's that? Geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the curing challenging technique was Mystic Amy. You don't have to get upset with me. So, as long as our spirit, lives in that urn, the spiritual powers of the Faye family will stick around. Isn't that totally romantic? Romantic, huh? That urn is really important as she says. It could be a vital clue. Edie, I wanted to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. You should have said so in the first place. So, I totally don't know anything because I was, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Come on. What a total bore. I, totally have nothing to do with this, murder thing. Oh yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Crane Village. No relation. Sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in an accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Why? You think, like, it's got something to, like, do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Cyclox? Like, what is it? It's like I'm going to need someone to pry her mouth open on this one. So there's a spirit in this urn, huh? All I see are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in this space between the cracks. Looks like something's written on it. I am. Weird. That's right. She said she found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. Tiny bit, but still. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh yeah. So, like, that Dr. Grey guy made my sister fall asleep. And, like, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. We just ask whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Well, I'm not seeing it at the moment. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Right. Hey Nick, I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So, how was it? What did you find out? Well, found a few things. Is it so bad that you can't even look me in the eye? Wait, I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. So, how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. You have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot, really. Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lana said too. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because there's something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it, wait then I really am... You're not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... I want to ask you something about Pearls. Really? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick. You don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute, and really great, and cute. I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You weren't with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us. We were playing with her ball. Ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So about this ball. It's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Lily really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the channeling box. The clothing box? Yeah. Pearlie's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. Clothing box in the side room, huh? Hey, wait! Please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor. Lotta? Hey! I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. Pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction. Doesn't look like she's here. It's Pearl's ball. I said that it's always kept in the clothing box. So then, what is it doing on the floor? It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. Wonder what's inside. What are you doing in there? What are you thinking? I'm a bad person. Just another piece of human trash. I needed a hole to crawl into. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into. Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. It's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. Yeah, she means a lot of... She said, "Don't look at me with them eyes," but I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. Oh yeah, tell me what you're doing. Yes. Murder was taking place. You were here, weren't you, Pearls? In the winding way. Wow, you got it! So, do you think you can tell me now? I'm sorry, not yet. Oh man. What next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing there. Do you really know that much? Well, I am a lawyer, you know. What was it Pearls was doing in the winding way? You were playing with this ball, right? That's right. How did you know? Maya told me that you love to play with your ball. Yeah, I was playing with my ball. And then... something happened, huh? Something really bad. What do you mean, something... nothing happened? And this is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. This urn. It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the curing technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. Please don't tease me. Well, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? This ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks. My voice is shaking. How can you tell that the urn has been broken? Who started the crane channeling technique? Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Amy. That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. That's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn. made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together. Again. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the winding way with my ball. And that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Amy's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so... You thought you could put them back together and no one would notice? Yes. Found some glue and brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean winding way? Yes. Channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So about how long did it take you? It must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. When I had finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's where my Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick. What is it, pals? I'm going to get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mr. Gamey's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done and a happy resolution. Phew. Here, I think I found out everything I can. I can't see how it all adds up. Is eeny meeny being here just a coincidence? Hey, mister? How was it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Enie's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you. Wish I knew a little more about Enie, but where am I going to find info like that? Oh, I get it. You can't be bothered to look over at trash like me. Is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? Lotta! Oh, so you finally noticed. Oh, I had a mosquito buzzing in my ear. I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. Thanks. But you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? That's for following or chasing or whatever it is. Isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see... Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya real badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me? Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Thank goodness. I'm still what? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know, gibberish. Now then, Lot of heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free. Not I'm not taking money. Now I know this one's an alien clone. Myra's not the real murderer then. Who do you think it is, Laura? Well heck, ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. You meaning? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? Now granted, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So Laura suspects Amy. Which means she might have already found some info about our mysterious Amy. That's eeny meeny, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you knew anything about this girl. You know, actually I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I heard as much. I had also heard that Amy was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Curine Village. You don't say. That's one sneaky girl, if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? Speaking of Amy, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? It'll cost you, and it'll cost a lot. Silly me, here I thought 3 meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe. What's this supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckoned, so I didn't actually go there. Ugh. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds... Phew, I mean... Look, don't blame this on... Oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. I'm gonna go check out this hottie clinic. So this is where Amy was hospitalized. Yes? You here to visit a patient, yes. Are you a doctor here? Yes. I'm Dr. Hoddy. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes. So, what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eeny Meeny. Miss Meeny? Miss Eeny Meeny? Yes. Oh, ha! Ah, it's too bad. I tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Ah, sweetums. Calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an older man like me. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Well, didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. Yes. Yes? Don't, me? Don't, yes, me? Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie. The nurse went off somewhere. All the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to is this guy. Ugh. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory, clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory, clinical stuff? Well, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details. Yes. What does that look for? Yes, there's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here. You do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgery here, it seems. It seems? Yes, it seems that way. What do you know about Miss Eeny Meeny? Now you're talking. Yes. That girl, she was transferred from the general hospital. General hospital? To here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad. Really bad. So what kind was it? Oh, yes. Well, no. You see, that is something... No, I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. Gee, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patienty stuff. It's in all those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes. Never gonna get into unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. It's got to be something I can show to this old coot. What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What is with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. Trial is tomorrow. I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes. Actually, I'm not the real director. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. Yeah, what do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. Here, I'll give you something real information, okay? I'm actually this clinic's... See, I'm like this place's walking dictationpedia. You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. And my specialty is in young, silky smooth, haughty patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, I bet you keep that kind of information to yourself. Anyway, you wanted to know about little Miss Eeny Meeny, right? Little Miss Eeny Meeny? That girl, I remember her especially well. Really, especially very well. Please, tell me what you know about Eeny Meeny. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right. She was transferred here from the general hospital. That was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? No. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. It sounds pretty severe, all right. Yes, it was an accident. An accident. And they're scary, yes. Cars, yes. You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, and that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked it all up. I did. It was terrible. Yes. Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Eney's operation? Yes, Miss Eney's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Eney had a picture of herself. Yeah, that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? The girl, see, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So see, I got her picture as a way to remember her. Yes. Well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her, she has lots of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. So, you looked up information on Ing's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it? Do you remember? Yes. Oh, hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. Huh? You have it? Well. Don't get me wrong. What, something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Yeah, here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eney was in the passenger seat. Passenger seat, huh? Dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute, a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eney fought with the door, and finally got it to open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes. New clue. Should probably look this over. It's been half a year since Miss Eney had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes. So how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Well then, I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eney I said hi, okay? Yes. It's time for me to leave too. Yes. Yeah. Okay. It's definitely time to leave. Can I actually read the article, or is it just going to say this in the article? May 24th. Late last night, two women's car crashed into a highway centre divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Eney Meany holds interview at crash. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Eney Meany is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Meany. Mimi Meany was the nurse at Grey Surgical Clinic, where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their deaths. Is this then just a mere coincidence? Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Yeah, so earlier that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police?
She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. But honestly, I'll tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot.
I guess you could put it that way.
It always starts out small, you know. Stealing the master's seat and controlling the village folk. Now you see what it turned into. A murder, that's what.
Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on.
What?
That stuff you were just talking about, that's the first I've heard of it.
Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world.
Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat.
Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Fay, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny.
Morgan was supposed to become the master.
So I heard the master has always been the eldest daughter.
The eldest daughter?
Turns out that old bat is Misty Fay's older sister.
Oh.
They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power.
Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly.
Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty.
See.
This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sort of things too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful.
Oh, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger?
Maya's family would have been the branch family, I reckon.
Do you know where Amy is, Lotta?
Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that garden in the middle.
Okay, thanks.
You got something to ask her?
Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret.
What's with that scary look on your face?
Still Traffic accident. Sisters. We'll talk about it. Car accident. That'll be in a profile, wouldn't it? I want to ask you about your own car accident.
Me?
Yes.
So, wow, how strange. I have, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, prove I was in, an accident?
Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article for 1 year ago. It says, Miss Eenie Meenie holds interview about crash. You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct?
Wait.
What now?
That's not me.
Huh?
I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she totally not me. My name, Mimi, is, like, pretty common.
What the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi, is in here too.
Like, totally wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps.
You think I'm going to let you get away with that?
So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized?
This is your proof.
Like, what's that picture supposed to mean?
I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at.
Huh? So,
There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you.
that creepy fake director.
Now, are you ready to tell me about the accident?
Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure. But that's, like, totally not related to this murder.
Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct?
And,
That woman who died, do you suppose they mean... Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... I believe it was your sister, Mimi.
Mimi,
You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same.
yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed my purse and escaped from the passenger side door.
And your sister?
I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills?
Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back.
I wonder. This does give Enid a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray.
It seems simple, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible.
What?
I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it.
Is it? Looks like something's up.
Stop! Leave my mother alone.
Ow! Hey, hold on. Okay, pal, I'm not gonna hurt.
Oh dear, it is perfectly all right. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But
Oh, don't make that face. Hey, tell you what, I'll show you something cool. Here, look, it's a real pistol.
Detective, do not upset me further.
Oh, sorry.
Poor Gumshoe. Being dragged off by the air like that by Morgan. Ow.
Mother. Mother. This has never happened before.
Pulse?
Mr. Nick. I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick.
Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Terrible at this.
Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya?
She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence.
Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her.
Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either.
I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side.
That stare is really piercing.
You kept me waiting, Phoenix.
Mia,
So, how are the preparations?
I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think.
Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear.
Memory serves. Mia had a few cyclocks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now.
Sure. I welcome you to try.
Mia?
Yes.
Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean.
Why do you think so?
It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets.
Looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning.
Yeah. Battle of wits against Mia.
There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow.
You mean like, how did the real murderer get to the room and kill Dr. Gray?
Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started.
Which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling.
That's what I think in any case.
But Maya's already said there wasn't anyone else in there.
That's true. But if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling?
This case is all about spirit channeling. I feel like I don't understand a thing about it.
Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The power to channel your physical appearance into the person you're calling.
To change your physical appearance into the person you're calling.
Was something our ancestor, Mystic Amy Faye, acquired.
Heard that name before.
The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Curane's sacred urn. It usually sits in the winding way, but has a name written on it.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale.
You're saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too?
Phoenix? You think I'm hiding information about someone from you, isn't that right?
Yes.
Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting.
Morgan Fay, of course. There is no one else you would protect like this, Mia.
Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi.
That's true.
Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion on my aunt.
I don't think makes her suspicious, but... The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the winding way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood.
You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder?
Yes.
But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume.
That just means someone changed her clothes.
Changed her clothes? But why?
I don't know why. But there is only one person who could have done that.
One person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt.
What's that look mean?
Your argument is too flimsy.
Huh?
You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume.
But this blood.
And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that this piece of cloth is from Maya's costume?
I think this is the proof you're looking for.
Key to the channeling chamber, huh?
At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key, and yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden.
You're right.
And this is what Maya told me. While I was challenging, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume.
It would certainly seem that way.
Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There is only one person who could have done that.
One person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt.
Exactly.
You did very well, Phoenix.
Thank you.
As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt.
However,
like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi.
yeah, she was with us the whole time.
Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof for this for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder?
How she did it, huh?
I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need?
Eeny meeny. She's the answer to the final question.
Which means that my aunt and Eeny Meeny
were in cahoots.
Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. A person would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this.
But Morgan already has an alibi.
Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eenie Meenie is involved somehow.
We have one big problem on our hands.
Problem? What's that?
We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eenie. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh?
Then there is only one possibility.
Huh?
Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this?
And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because...
Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this.
Mother? Whose? Mine?
Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Faye.
Mia and Maya's mother. Why would she bring her up now?
Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then.
Right, Chief. We won't lose.
Nick,
Yeah?
did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me.
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
I think you're really strong too, Maya. All you've gone through.
Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pulse.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favour? Could you channel Mia today too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pulse?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way Pulse won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Faye.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish. You foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me, as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fay.
It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight.
Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant couldn't have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What?
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan.
Oh me, she seems really torn by this.
Fitness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
Yes, that is.
You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you're referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful.
I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot.
In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Fay?
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another...
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay.
This is bad. People have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oh!
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what was unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However...
You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, please elaborate on that point for us.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Right. Now what? So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
That's true. Then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly...
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done when she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Meanie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Meanie?
I think you can see where this is headed. Fitness, name and occupation. Okay. So my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Meanie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
The love of all things good, Your Honour. Have some spine, for my sake.
Ugh. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room. Like, real suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in like so long. It was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something, like totally terrible.
How old was this young lady? You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of the witness's sister?
Yes. Mimi Meanie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Miss Minnie, please.
My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. Can't believe that a spirit will go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? Certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone.
We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is no room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish dribble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
That's right. I think there were, sesame seeds, in the lunch that they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day.
Yes, indeed.
I see.
The only one who missed the boat here.
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food.
Oh, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. And what time was it when there's someone came into your room?
Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's really...
That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness? About this person who entered the side room.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright,
The defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Mini?
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
Wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult. But I, like, know all about the curing channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said.
Should we drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange.
But... Oh!
Don't keep battering her.
You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that.
So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird.
Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong.
It's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on?
Something terrible? What was this thing she told you?
Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget it already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words.
Excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Yeah. I did just hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine and does not need to hear the story again.
Very well. You may continue your testimony, Miss Meany.
There has to be something here I can use, but where?
She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. Don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected.
That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Mimi, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, and?
I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
The blood spray.
Miss Mimi, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
Order! Order! Miss Mimi, what is the meaning of this? Miss Mimi?
I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me.
That,
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
well,
That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
if you please.
Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. What a help he's going to be.
Like, the side room was, kinda dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes, now I see. You have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness.
Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Mimi's?
You're such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay.
Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. You didn't see the blood.
Yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue.
And what was your sister, Miss Mimi, like at the time?
Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Yeah.
Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better.
She says with a weapon ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meany?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Like, when do you mean?
When you... I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
I ask because it is very important. I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Meany, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay.
Try to remember that time.
Oh, like, I remember. I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way.
This really is a dead end.
Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix.
It's no good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement,
Well, in the trial, I know.
you have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up.
You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the centre garden.
The garden?
Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have had to have seen her. Would have to have seen her. So, Miss Meany, what do you have to say to that?
As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous.
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it.
What sort of foolish...
There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. And this urn is my proof.
An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove?
Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why.
She broke the urn? Yo!
Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
What?
Miss Meany. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meany. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meany, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here.
Contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meany, you made the following statement. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true that at the time both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? What does that, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meany, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Meany, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honour. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meany, please answer the question. Don't ask a question of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
Miss Meany was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meany was at the scene of the crime.
Order! 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 That's why that is...
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding?
Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen.
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, you slime ball.
No, Miss Meenie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying.
Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Meany. How you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
That tiny little box. No person could fit in there. That.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. White, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Yes. Now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This... what on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
Folding screen. It had a hole at the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meany, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Order! Order! So what do you say?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny?
That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretending to be the defendant, killed the victim and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by themselves.
It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is.
Yep. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy.
Wait. It's one calmer. You said it was not possible for one person, correct?
What? You can't be serious.
Miss Mimi, you had an accomplice.
This person?
If it wasn't someone from Curine Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had have that box to use.
Morgan Fey?
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Meany? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and...
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Ming, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out.
Please, leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder.
Who is that, laughing at a time like this?
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving?
What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely...
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is...
If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble?
Huh?
Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this.
Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
That's great. Even she has called me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
See now, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her head persona. However, you see...
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meany has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morganfay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
See? It's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Ingy Meany.
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. It is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. White. Your final answer, please. You want to say that you can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this? Not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meany had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Yeah. Von Plummer only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. Away?
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second here.
Well, this fucking auto text is annoying.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Amy could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma.
Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat.
Even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. You, me, and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. That is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be that. Miss Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. And I don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Meenie, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk of the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister.
Those were mere rumors. Totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meenie's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work from this from another angle. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence?
My sis was totally tired, so that's why, duh.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
I heard it was because the medicines, got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Meenie?
No way. Dr. Gray, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Meenie's fault.
Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, maybe Meanie is the one who made her mistake.
Like, it really wasn't my sis.
She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. Your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True.
But, like, I didn't, like, have a driver's license. And this is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie.
Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, anyway.
The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So, it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened.
And your sister? What happened to her?
I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on.
Please tell us about your escape in more detail.
I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know.
If it's that article, then I've already got it. And that's why you were in the passenger seat.
Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home.
I see.
Phoenix?
Yes?
You can't do this. You're being too easy on her.
There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony.
Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this.
Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Meanie?
That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, the perverted fake clinic director.
And how did you... No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meany did not have a driver's license.
Ugh. No.
Try, and my VIP will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, glad you get it, but, even if I had my license, I, don't think my sis would have let me drive.
Ew.
Don't just stand there hemming to yourself.
Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow.
Miss Meany, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meany, if you please.
How annoying. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Around that time I was really close to getting my license. My sis was this totally big fan of cars and really valued them. She had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... So, what do you mean by really close?
I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Now the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer never had a permit.
Yeah. He can never insist to be vipped.
What is with her? All she's said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, may I continue?
She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, she'd flip out at like a drop of rain. And she would notice if someone touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
You wouldn't want to get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but these people who really love cars think otherwise.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Meany, what kind of car was it?
It was a new car?
Yeah. She had just gotten it. It was from the UK.
The UK? Well, those her boyfriend's initials.
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
So love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor?
Yes?
Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
It's not my point. But to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Meany, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was a totally special model from England.
I yelled, "Hold it," pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. So, yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
What do you know? That sleek shape, the way they're more of
Forgive me? Personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
Was your sister good at driving?
She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the one, like, racing queen of the nursing world.
Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door. And fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There is something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe. There is a path, I know it.
You almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Yep, okay. Miss Meany, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honour, which side is the passenger's seat, the left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them are riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Meany, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order! Order in the court! Order! Order! Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is babbling nonsense again. Meany said the person who was driving was her older sister, Meany.
That is what Amy said, yes. But this is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Meenie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
Next.
Question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi. That is your real name.
Of all the foolish drivel. Then, how do you explain her appearance?
This witness has severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstructions, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No!
What? Meanie, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then, the body they found at the crash site?
That was the body of real Eeny Meeny. Isn't that right, Miss Meeny Meeny? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eeny Meeny. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eeny. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meeny from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Meeny. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Meeny was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all cost.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Eeny, I mean, this one can't...
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meeny. That crack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Meeny wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meeny. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meeny had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that accident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. A chance to throw away her past and start a new life as a sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
Jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo?
Coming in has been the most horrible experience in the world. spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Mimi choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francesca von Karma.
Going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Yo! And one more for good measure. Phoenix? Hang in there. Phoenix? Phoenix? This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. And that is all. This court is adjourned.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
Still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, you broke in Boozley out a gunshot.
I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the channeling, to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. Possessed Maya Fay, who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick,
Congrats, Maya.
thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
You know,
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, then my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please. I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was...
Ellie?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Kurain Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
Branch family. My aunt.
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls.
Huh?
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so.
My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder. And caught. Incorporated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless Maine family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Really well as well. Hey! Right. That's that trial down. Ooh. Anyway, that will be all for now, and remember the next trial as well. My voice seems to be back up to snuff as well, so that'll be interesting. Anyway, that will be all for now, and I'll be back tomorrow with more. Bye!